Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, it's just that such things as music are human-centric. We cannot take away the human from them.
That's right. It's a human activity.
So there might indeed, many things might be one day automated, but I don't really think there's going to be, you cannot really pull away the human from the whole of it. Although I do think to myself, will we one day be going to a Carnegie Hall concert that is completely composed by AI or not?
Completely composed. What does that mean?
Well, it's of course maybe there is a need for a prompt to be written to make a composition, but to an AI. But at the end, it has created the whole of the composition. If you tell it, write a symphony for me, and it writes a symphony for movements, and you go and watch it. But will we? Do we? Is it? Are we so egocentric about our love of ourselves as humans that we might say, "I'm not gonna go and watch what a computer has come up with"?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, in terms of research questions, you see people in the past 20, 30 years writing algorithms trying to build a system that can write Bach-like chorales. And completing Beethoven's 10th Symphony, completing Schubert's Unfinished Symphony, completing Mahler's 10th Symphony, whatever, with these machines. And all of the media that comes from these kinds of headlines, right? If we generate an algorithm that can compose a 4-movement symphony in the style of Beethoven, what's the value in that? Do we need Bach chorales? Is there a need for Bach chorales? We have modern styles of vocal writing that are creating totally different sound worlds than the approach that Bach would take or people of his time. Why are we spending so much effort imitating practices that are, in some sense, totally explored? Right? Are there still rules of 4-part voice leading that have yet to be discovered? In some sense, writing a Bach chorale can be a demonstration of the success of an algorithm for learning the rules from a data set and what have you. But at the end of the day, the application that would be more interesting is to misuse it in creating new things. And so with the folk harmony system, I'm totally uninterested in creating the best reel or the best double jig. I'm totally uninterested in fooling people into believing something AI generated was human generated. It comes from the tradition. It's a lost tune. I'm much more interested in the use of this system for expressing my experience, day-to-day experience as a professor in Sweden with a family, let's say, and my dog is a subject to several of my pieces, giving life to these artificially created tunes and translating it in my own voice. Right? Using this system to create something new rather than to imitate what I've learned in Ireland